good. In this video, I wanted to show off 15 different bugs, quirks, or developer oversights that are on King on version 1.08 of Tekken 8. Now, I make these videos not so much to show nerfs or bugs that I like to see for the character, just more or less to give people facts about the character and show them stuff they may not know about them. So, for example, for number one, I'll show you his bad mids, forward 2 and down forward 3. Now these moves have a notoriously terrible mid hitbox. They're mids, but you may as well call them semi-highs. I have Kazuya here set to do a dragon uppercut, which is an attack that doesn't really go over mids. It doesn't mid crush a lot. It'll high crush, but not mid crush. Unless you lose these terrible mids, as you just saw. Same thing for down forward 3. It's kind of amazing how many mids King has that just hit way too high than they should. Because he's a tall character, he's the tallest like normal bodied character. But yeah, that's one of the issues. Second, I want to talk about is his heat dash. His heat burst into a heat dash combo. A heat burst, a heat dash. Oops. Running Exploder is my highest damaging follow-up in this situation. That's great damage, but this does not work on the wall. See? And you get punished for it, for even attempting it. You put too much of your body onto the opponent that you move them out of the way, so that the Running Exploder hitbox just doesn't connect anymore. This might be the only character where you can't use your damaging follow-up near the wall. You get more damage not being at the wall, which is hilarious. But yeah, this is another King bug, I think. Another bug that he kind of inherited from the guy on to the right, Kazuya, in that his one jab hits, but the two jab whips. See that? You're minus for going for your 10 frame punish because his two jab just doesn't have the range that his single jab does. Yeah, very annoying bug. Really hope that one gets fixed. King does not need to have bad jabs. You know, he struggles enough as it is with pokes. As I just saw with forward 2 and down forward 3 being crushed very easily. But yeah, I guess this would be the fourth issue, is this quarter circle forward 1 throw interacting with armor. Like most throws, quarter circle forward 1 beats out armor. And there's one thing you should know about quarter circle forward 1. It has 2 break windows, one at the start and one in the middle when you're in the air. Put my opponent to throw escape. He'll escape these throws no matter what, right? If I turn it off for a second, if I grab him, then I turn it on, he's going to be allowed to throw escape again because there's 2 windows. The developers have the foresight to when he grabs the armor move, both break windows are no longer available. But I think they forgot to implement it for double arm facebuster because now he can break out of my grab. And it's funny because I don't really consider that to be a follow-up. I understand why Boston Crab is not guaranteed because that is a true follow-up. You get the initial damage and you get the second damage. But double arm facebuster is just a unique animation. In my opinion, you should be able to get that throw because you're grabbing them out of armor. So for you just not get any damage at all because they can break it. It's pretty kind of breaks the rules that the game established. But yeah. My fifth issue with King, the short one, is his wall combo is punishable on hit. He's probably the only character that has this issue. You see down the bottom right, it says punish. Nothing I could have done there. My bread and butter wall combo is punishable on hit. I lose 5 points of damage every time I go for this. This is the S tier character. People talk about supposedly S tier character. He's just funny in my opinion. But yeah. Wall combo is punishable. The sixth problem I want to talk about is his forward 2. His forward 2 is his long range punisher that is supposed to use against Jack down 1+2, Demo Man, Death Fist. You're supposed to hit the opponent from far, right? Now, even from here, I can't hit because this hits around range 3. This is around a range 3 move. You see? That's around max range is around range 3. 3 point something. 3.1. But this move has had a bug since Tekken 7 where King's body will push the opponent's body before the elbow has a chance to connect, making it whiff. Dragunov had something similar in Season 7, or in Tekken 7 Season 3, but they fixed that issue, they just never fixed King's. And funny enough, Armor King never had this problem. Armor King's forward 2 would connect correctly, but not King's. For example, I'm gonna be closer here. I'm not even at my max range. So if this is the case of me whiffing the move. But check this out. Saw that? Did you see that? Yeah. You see what I mean? This move is I think the entire forward 2 move is just broken in general. But yeah. It's not a reliable long range punish, it's not a reliable mid. I really would like it if forward 2 worked the way it was supposed to. Yeah. This is what, my 7th now? 7th fact. The 7th bug is with capital punishment. Capital punishment is an attack that goes airborne and is designed to crush lows. But the issue with it is that it doesn't crush lows for its entire duration. Unlike other characters like Huarang, Law, who had this problem fixed for them, they hadn't fixed Kings and they still haven't fixed it to this day. So for example, on startup, he'll crush lows. During the duration, he'll crush lows. But at the tail end of the move, see that? I can hit him with a low before he even has a chance to hit me. Yep. What a guy, what a move. Right, moving on. Now that we stopped talking about King's shortcomings, just talk about a little fun fact. King kind of has 2 moves that break the rules of how parries work in this game. Parries only work on limbs, like your arm, your left leg, and your right leg. They don't work against elbows, they don't work against headbutts, they don't work against knees, they don't work against body moves, they don't work against headbutts. For example, that's a shoulder or a headbutt, this is an elbow, this is a knee, there's another elbow. You know, you're not going to win with these, and these are airborne attacks. Airbornes cannot get parried. But funny enough, King's while standing 1+2 breaks this rule and just goes to a parry. All my other while standing moves lose to parry, but not 1+2. And if you slow it down, it's not a elbow. to punch. And if you go to the move list, I'm pretty sure it's stated as an uppercut. And I don't know about you, but I don't think uppercuts are stated to be elbows. Snap, uppercut. But it just beats out the parry. And if you don't want to believe that, check this out. While standing 3 cannot be parried. Or back turn 3. Now this move is an airborne, this is not a knee, this is not a low. This is a straight mid that just beats out a parry. Not everything about King is bad. Alright, moving on. I think this is number 9. So this one's a funny one. This one's interesting, very interesting. This is kind of a universal bug, but it affects King. Characters who don't have a specific break animation have a generic one. For example, I haven't set it to throw break yet. You see that? That is a generic throw break animation. Most characters have a unique one. For example, these. But characters who have a grab game usually have this generic version. The funny thing about this generic break animation is that it's kind of bugged right now, and that where you grab them from the front affects how far you'll be whenever the break happens. So for example, if I'm face to face with Asuka, we're on the same axis. If I grab her, we're like about 1.8 something away from each other of distance. If I were to grab her from the left a little bit, we're now 2.2 distance away from each other. If I were to grab her a bit from the foreground, we're even closer, but now 1.5 away from each other. This works with anybody who has this break animation. It's very weird. It's very odd. I don't know why it's in the game, but it's a King problem because it affects King. So yeah. Believe this is what, my 9th one. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be my 10th one, I should say. Now, to continue on with the throw breaks, for the most part, King's throws work the same, except for his 2 throws. All of his 2 throws give different distance after a break. So I'll start with the furthest one. The furthest one is Tijuana Twister. You're around 2.1, 2 point something of distance away from each other. Same thing for Blue Spark. Same thing. The knee bash puts them even closer at around 1.8. And even funnier, Tombstone puts them even closer at 1.5 or 1.6. Yeah, I don't know why all of King's 2 throws give a different distance on break, but it's a weird quirk about the character if you didn't know. Yeah. I guess let's go to number 11. Number 11 goes to 1-2-1. This 1-2-1 on counter hit is supposed to give you a free follow-up, but in some cases you just be too far to get the follow-up. You also get a giant swing attempt. See? But if you hit this from such a distance, you can see there, you would not be able to get your follow-up. You just straight up lose on free damage because they get pushed back too far. See? You can be so far back that you can't even land a giant swing, like you just saw there. So to me, that feels unintentional because you've earned the counter hit. You should get the damage, but it just doesn't work at every range. And here's a simple one. People might not know this, but RKO is unbreakable. You cannot break this throw. I have her set to do throw breaks. If she could do a throw break, she would. She can't break this. But if you were to grab this throw from the side, because side throws are breakable and every throw from the side transitions to a side throw, she can now break this throw. And to me, this is a universal change with anybody who has side throws. To me, this feels like an oversight. If you land the unbreakable throw, it should be guaranteed. It should just transition to the front version. The fact that you can land this throw and still not get the damage from it is pretty annoying. It doesn't work like that in the back because the back throws are unbreakable. But yeah, unbreakable throws on the side become breakable. And now, I believe we're on what? The 13th? 13th, we'll go to his hop knee. Specifically, neutral hop knee. King has notoriously always had a bad hop kick. This doesn't seem to hit the opponent. It seems to push them more back than it does to hit. But if you don't want to take my word for it, check this out. See that? This move's hitbox is so bad. I'm point blank and I'm whiffing. Yeah. Maybe one day they'll give that move a hitbox, but for right now, nobody uses neutral hop kick with King. And now we go on to a kind of an annoying one.
Get ready for the next battle.
They had released a patch where they fixed a lot of full crouch moves not being able to come out when there's a hitbox above them. King's full crouch down forward 2 was one of them. King, if he had a hitbox above him, was not able to do a lot of his full crouch moves. As you can see, I'm doing it here. I can do my full crouch moves now. But I saw the patch notes and I was very curious why they left out arm leg break or full crouch down forward 1. Full crouch down for 1 you're not allowed to do when there's a hitbox above it. It still has the bug. You see? You get down jab. I'm crouched long enough to do it. See? When there's not a hitbox above me, I can do this move relatively fast. But when there is a hitbox above me, I can no longer do it. I have to wait it out. And this is very annoying because this is a character who loves... You see how I'm able to go for alley kicks immediately once I enter crouch? Even though this is a full crouch move. It's because alley kicks don't have the bug. And this is very annoying because this is I'm fully high crushing when I do this. So there's a lot of opportunities where you just cannot punish. Like for example, Valissa spamming forward 1 with chainsaws. The smart thing would be to use my high crush low launcher. But if you try to do the right thing, you might end up getting down jab because he still has the bug on that move. Where he can't do his full crash moves if there's a hitbox above him. It's very annoying. Very, very, very annoying bug. I really hope they fix it. And last but not least, the best for last, because this is a bug I cannot replicate, nor can I explain. And this only happened to me in replays. So you guys bear with me for a minute. You make it so that nobody... Let's see, I have it saved. There we go.
Get ready for the next battle.
This happened to me at least twice now.
Round one.
Kind of don't know when it happened. I think it happened on the second round.
Round two.
Let's see.
Fight.
Should have done it earlier. Okay, maybe it was the third round.
Fight.
Nice. Okay, maybe it was the fourth round. Let's see. I think this is the last round of the set, so it should be happening. There it is. You see that? You guys saw that? If you guys don't know, full forward neutral 2 goes straight into a throw the moment it hits. It goes into a clothesline on counter hit. They fixed this move to stop it from doing this, but it still happens. It's not going into the throw because he's too far to the left. You get the zoom in, you get the loud flash, you get the animation, but you get no throw. This has happened so often, you would not believe it. It's happened to me at least twice now on online matches. And that is the fifth and final King bug. Hope you guys enjoyed.